in here, open a little bit. I don't want to flatten those too much because you start getting a nice effect on the end. And you can always stop and take a look at the end and make sure everything looks kind of even. And push the bottom down over here on the one we just closed. And we're out of petals, so I'll set that aside. I'll set that right in there for a second. And that's why it's nice to go ahead and get your petals made up ahead of time, because you already have them right here in your bag ready to roll. It seems like a lot of work in the beginning, but like I said, once you get going, it's not a big deal. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing that we already did on the others. We're going to take your ball tool, and I'm going to go ahead and use my metal one because it's quicker, and go around the edges of this. I'll go ahead and do all 3 of these. I always like to do 3 at a time. It just seems to save a little time along the way. And that's up to you once you get going. If you want to do 3, that's fine. If you want to do 4, that's fine. However, it ends up working for you. Okay, now back to our petal. Just make sure the bottom's all nice and smooth and that those petals are all pushed down. And of course, we still have our one petal open. We always want to leave one open because that's where we're going to start with the next petal, so that we can do the overlapping. And as you can see on the end, see how that overlapping is really giving us a real nice effect. And once it's all done, it's just amazing how pretty they look. Okay. I'm going to put my petal on. I'm going to find the right side that looks the best. I think I'm going to do this one here. Put your petal down in there and kind of roll it around there like so. And you want to, don't forget to leave that other edge off. Okay, and then go back, push that down, push the bottom all in. And then take your paintbrush and you want to put a little bit of water on this one that we left open, and then bring that around. And I just do halfway up with pushing that down. I want to leave the top half open because we want the rose to start opening up as we go. Now some roses are real tight up through the middle here, and if you want them to be tighter, that's fine, but I like mine to open up as they go. Okay, next petal. A little bit of water like before. Find a nice edge right there. Looks pretty good. And then we're going to push that down inside of the last rose. And I like to push the bottom down first. That's kind of how I do it all the time. And then we need more water on this one. And now I'm just going to do it halfway up, like I said, because I want the top to start staying open. Bring that around and push it down. And then, of course, we still have another one open. And then I'll give you another look at that and let you see the inside. And as we go, it's looking really, really nice. Next petal. Okay, I'm going to need some water here before I get ahead of myself. And just push that one. I didn't have that one dried all, or pushed down all the way, and that's okay. We'll just push it down with our brush before we move on. Put your next petal in place and go underneath the previous petal, of course, like we've been doing. A little bit of water on that last petal. And we get closer as I do this so you can see exactly what I'm doing. Push that down. I'm going to bring this one around. I'm going to leave that open like that because I'm liking that effect. See how I left that open right there? And then you could move the petals down, that's okay. Now this one, I forgot to leave it open. That's okay, just pull it right back off of there, it's not a big deal. And there will be times you'll realize, whoops. And you can actually do your rose without overlapping any of these. And then what you would do is just go, you know, over top of one another all the way around. And that's fine too, that gives a really nice look and a nice effect. But I really like the overlapping look. And I thought while I'm at it, I might as well show you that way. And if you want to do it the easier way on your own, then that's fine. At least you'll know how to do it with the overlapping method. Alright, let's get our other petals prepared. And see, once you get used to this, you can just go right around them like nothing. And my petal's getting out of control there. Back up, buddy. Okay. Get that one prepared. And those are looking really nice. And our last one. Now, it's entirely up to you how many petals you put on your rose. You can have a large rose or a smaller rose. You can even just do a flower that has a couple little petals on it just for a rosebud effect. And that's fine too. It would make your cake, or sometimes I make the little sprays of flowers. That would look beautiful too with just a rosebud effect. And I can do one of those to show you what that looks like with just a petal on it. Just to do like a rosebud. Okay, water, like we've been doing. I don't like that petal. That petal didn't ruffle as well. I'll have to do that one again. Okay, and we're going to put that down in there to overlap again. And push it in place. And then I'm going to apply a little bit of water to that petal on the bottom. And then just roll that over. And see, it's getting easier as we go. And this one, I didn't get very much water on that at all, so I'm going to put a little bit more on there. And look at that. That's looking nicer and nicer. Okay, let's get ready for the next one. Whoa, my petal about fell off of there because I've got a little too much water on that one. But that's not a big deal. We'll just hold that baby right in place and keep moving. Alright, next petal in place. Put that underneath this one so we can overlap. Like so. Push that down. Oops, I don't want to push that one all the way down. Push the bottom in. Yeah, there we go. I need just a little drop of water on that one. Okay. And I like to go around just to double check them all. Make sure everything's in place. Because we kept going around so much, just want to make sure. Okay, everything looks nice and in order. Because as you get on, things can start falling off. Like that petal there, looks like it's about ready to fall off. But that's okay, we won't let it fall. A little bit of water. Next petal. Put that in the spot where we're overlapping once again. Okay, push that all down at the bottom. And leave an edge of that off, of course, for our last petal. This is going to be the last petal we put on here. And like I said, you can have as many as you'd like, or as few as you'd like. It's just up to you. Okay, I like that better. That looks much better. Since I rolled that out a little bit, push this one into place. I gotta pull that one back just a tad. Okay, gotta get a little bit of water there on this one. And you can go ahead and roll that around. And then this last one, we're gonna go ahead and put water all the way across the bottom of that one because it's time to have them all be in place.